Mr. Speaker, I'm not a pastor, nor an attorney, and a lot of people have spoken very well and made very good points throughout this debate. And what's happened in the past, it's happened. I mean, it's there. But I got to deal with the present and what's in front of me, and looking for the future. And when I look for the future in running a mental health center for the past 6 years, I see individuals, particularly in this pandemic, who have lost their jobs, who's resorted to alcohol, suicide ideation, and suicide. Not only for the mothers and fathers, but the kids. And I won't go on the subject about how these schools are being closed, but I'm seeing that. I face, like the gentleman said a few minutes ago, I see that every day. Now, full disclosure, I don't have license to practice, psychotherapy services, but I have quite a few clinicians that do that. And the gentleman spoke very well in terms of looking at the underbody, the under society. I see it. I see it in the West End of Louisville, where kids come from a very dire situation, where they basically sit there and try to deal with day in and day out with bullets flying over their heads. We have clinicians that go out there and try to help that out. And there are issues with that. Because I tell you, if we vote no on this, I'm going to see an increase in clients coming to my agency, because they're going to go to alcohol, they're going to start thinking about harming themselves, and it's going to be detrimental. I really appreciate the comments about having conservative values. I come from a district that I've had over 150, if not close to 200 comments, and probably about a handful, 5 or so people say, we don't want this. Vast majority of these people want to have this, because 80 to 90 of those emails coming from families that they will lose their jobs. That I cannot face. When you have an individual who serves his country and comes back from several deployments, starts a business, puts a bunch of money into it, his blood, sweat, and tears, and now you're going to yank everything right from under his knees and say, you know what, I love you, guy, I love you, but you know what, you're on unemployment line. And I'm sorry to be blunt about that, but that hurts. It goes beyond quite a few things. You've got to have some compassion. And these individuals that will potentially, and I hope they don't come to this agency or other agencies within Louisville, I hope that they will survive and flourish. And I hope they don't come to our agency, because they will continue to have employment. They will still put food on their tables, and they'll continue to help their families. Like you, many of y'all, I put God first. I put my family second. I put my health third, and my job is fourth. Because if I'm not healthy, if I'm not there to put forth food on the table, because I don't have a job now, it makes it very difficult. I've been taught to show compassion, and I don't compromise my morals, I don't compromise my principles, and nor do I compromise my values. And each of us come from different situations and different environments, and we have our own perceptions and understandings of those 3 elements. And I get it. I'm being called within myself, because I am one with my God, to try to help people out and provide compassion and give them a hand up. Each of us has talked about their experiences and backgrounds and how the addiction and gambling is going to be bad. Yeah, it is. But we need to be mindful and compassionate and help those folks out, because we are human beings, flawed to the core. Every one of us are sinners. We try to minimize our sins. That's what we're trying to do. And we need to rely on ourselves, rely on other people to help us out through those battles. Mr. Speaker, I'm going to support this bill because there are people that are suffering, and I'm not saying the people in my district suffers more than folks in Eastern Kentucky or Western Kentucky, because we all suffer. I'm doing it because I just can't help myself, because I want to give as much as I can to make sure we elevate people, to make sure they have a better life. And yeah, we're going to fall, we're going to stumble, but I'm going to be right there helping them out to get over their issues and problems through whatever means we can. Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the time and effort. I respect and honor all those who have spoken, no matter your party affiliation. And I think we take heed in what we try to learn and what we try to grow from here, but we have to deal with the present. We can't worry about the past. We got to move forward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.